I'm going to start this video off very hopeful, but I'm not going to lie, I am quite scared of some of the color choices that were picked. So, for example, foundation and concealer, they look really light, but we're going to try and make them work today. And along with that, one more thing that's got me scared is this lip color that I don't know if we're going to use. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Samantha and I'm just a mom who likes to play with makeup. If you are not new here, thank you for coming back and watching another video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell to be notified of my future upcoming videos. Without further ado, let's get into this. As usual, I went ahead and went off camera and did one eye, and I really liked the way that this came out. I love pinks and purples, especially for spring, and I think this is a great little spring palette, which you can also transition into fall with these darker colors. Definitely am loving these colors. The first thing I started off with is this mauve-y color right here, and I'm just going to put that all over the crease and going up towards the brow bone. I'm also going to take it along this outer corner. I don't know about you guys, but I am really looking forward to spring. I cannot wait to be able to go outside more. I know the kids and I are going stir crazy. They want to run around outside, but it's just been raining so much. Ugh, they need to be outside. The next shade that I went into, where's the brush, is this darker purple, and I kept this on the outer third, and I kind of took it into the crease. Well, you'll see. It's such a beautiful dark purple. So yeah, so along this outer crease here, outer corner, into the crease. And I want to build that up so that it's a nice dark outer corner. So yeah, the kids and I are going stir crazy. We really need to get outside. But unfortunately, it's been too wet here. And where we live, when it rains, it's like, I don't even know, like a swamp in the backyard. It's awful. So unfortunately, they're not able to play just outside. I'm going to use the first brush again and just kind of blend this out. Oh goodness, so yeah. And on top of all this, our water heater broke this weekend. And I don't know if you've ever not had hot water, but it completely disrupts everything. I still can't believe how much it threw our house for a loop. No one had a shower for like 4 to 5 days. And on top of that, our cold water is frigid. So even doing dishes in cold water is like, it was horrible. It was insane. So needless to say, yesterday when we finally had hot water, everyone took a shower and it was so wonderful. Even the baby was super excited to play in the bath. All right, I think I'm going to stop there because we're getting pretty dark. And the next shade I went into was this like shimmery pink, and I'm going to put that on the center of the eye. And I'm also going to use that purple and kind of blend it out into each other. It is very shimmery or very glittery, but I feel like it really gives it some character and I really like it. The last shade I went into is this lighter pink, and I put that on the inner corner, inner third, blending into that middle shade, and then again just blending them together. Oh, I'm going to go in with my liner. I didn't pick up a Wet n Wild eyeliner. I just didn't see one that grabbed my attention. So I'm using Brown Denim in liner by L'Oreal. The last thing I am going to use is the mascara. Now this, I was very disappointed in. So I started out with a Mega Length waterproof mascara, but I don't think that it's that great. It would take me forever to build this up. And on top of that, it feels like it doesn't do anything. So I'll show you what I mean. First of all, I'm not a big fan of this one. It's so little. And I'm just, these are the ones for me. So there's one coat. I think this would be a great bottom lash mascara, but as far as the top lashes, I just don't feel like it does anything. So I'm not a fan of it. So I'm going to go ahead and go into my Milani Highly Rated Anti-Gravity Mascara. Look at that one. Really, really like this mascara. So I'm going to do that, and I will be right back. Alright, so let's go ahead and start setting up our base. And I'm going to start off with the Wet n Wild Impossible Primer. And from what I gather, this is more like a silicone primer. It is very thick. I don't even think it's going to focus on that. But it is a very thick primer. So I'm going to put that in like my pore areas. It doesn't feel sticky. It feels very smoothing. Silicone-free primer that does it all. Well, we'll see. The next thing I'm going to go into is another primer. It's a primer serum. It's the Prime Focus Hydrating, because I am very dry when it comes to traditional makeup. It smells like watermelon. It smells very good. I'm going to put my hair back first since this is quite liquidy. And I don't want to get this on my hair. Alright, let's do it like all the Instagram people and TikTokers. Ooh. It's a very pretty color. I'm just going to press this in. It smells like watermelon. Ooh, it's so soft. It feels hydrating. And considering I do have some powders I'm putting on, I'm very happy I'm putting something hydrating on. It dries kind of sticky, so I'm hoping that grips onto my foundation. It's very interesting. Hydrating water-based serum formulated with rose water and green tea extract, refines and nourishes as it preps and primes skin for extended makeup wear. I don't smell rose. I mean, it really smells like watermelon, and I guess some green tea in there, so I'm excited to see how that works. Let's go in with some foundation that looks way too light for me. And this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation Dewy in Nude Ivory. Why Nude Ivory? I don't know. Ooh, that is so light. I'm hoping I can bronze this up and use the contour to really make it darker. Oh, ooh. It stinks, but not like the worst thing I've ever smelled. I also have the Perfector or the sponge from Wet n Wild, so I'm going to use that. And I'm just going to push this. Oh my gosh, that's so light. Let's just see how it looks. If need be, I will use a different foundation today. Y'all, I look like a ghost. I don't know if I'm going to have to use concealer today, to be completely honest. Besides that, it does not match my skin tone at all. It blends really nice. It did cover my dark spot, which is interesting. I don't think this is a full coverage. Luminous buildable coverage. So yeah, it's, I would say it's a good medium to almost full coverage. You could probably build it up quite a bit. Even my under eyes aren't as dark as they normally are. I look so pale on camera. I'm so sorry. You know what? For all, let's try this concealer. This is the Incognito Megalast Wet n Wild Full Coverage Concealer, and I got this in Fair Beige. And this is also why we do not buy things online, people. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh, that stinks. I mean, it doesn't stink. It just smells very, paint-like, I guess. I think that's like the best way to say it, is paint-like. It definitely feels like a lot thicker of a concealer, not foundation. This smell reminds me of something, and I cannot figure out what it is. If you have smelled this before, please let me know. It's not paint. This concealer is definitely full coverage. It doesn't feel heavy though, and it looks like it's drying pretty nice. I'm going to go ahead and set some of these spots just because it feels a little tacky still. And I'm just going to use my Rimmel Stay Matte, and I'm just going to put it where I need it to set. Hopefully we can bring some life back to this face, because right now I'm quite scared. Like, this is terrifying. So I'm going to go into In Love with Cocoa, another Wet n Wild product. I don't even know if this is still available. It smells like chocolate though. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to bronze up. I don't know, do I want to bronze it up, or do I just want to add... I may just go ahead and try and chisel out some areas, but then bronze with the rest of it, if that makes some sense. Well, I have spent way too long trying to make my face look a little more normal. I know a lot of people like the lighter inside and darker outside. I'm not a fan personally for myself. I mean, on other people, I think it looks great. But this is where we're at. Again, this is just, you know, one of those days where you have the wrong color foundation and concealer, and you got to make it work. So let's go ahead and move on to, this is Passion Session, and it's another blush palette by Wet n Wild, and I'm going to use the blush. It, of course, does not come close to matching what I'm going for, but it's a newer product that, well, new to me product. I don't know if it's still available as well, but I found it in my stash, and I wanted to give it a shot because it looked pretty. And it looked very much like spring. I mean, look at that. Unfortunately, mine is broken, though. The blush has a very pretty shimmer in it. You can see it kind of like glowing on top. I have not put highlighter on this side. I will go ahead and use the same highlight that's in this palette versus the bronzing palette. Just put that. Oh yeah. I'm going to also put it on my brow bone. Wow. That has a glow to it. I'm also going to put this on my nose and my Cupid's bow. I actually really like this color. I did like the bronzer, or contour I should say, and that highlighter as well. It's a very pretty compact. However, I'm not a fan of the chocolate smell. It just smells like kids' makeup. And on top of that, I'm not a fan of chocolate. I know. But I just don't really care for chocolate that much, and this just, it just smells like cheap milk chocolate. So I don't like that. But the colors themselves are beautiful, and they were really easy to blend, so for that I liked it. For the blush so far, I mean, I really like the color. I don't think it goes with this eye look at all, but I will use this blush again because it is a really pretty, like, peachy pink, like a coral. And I also like that it has like a little bit of a shimmer in it. I don't know if it's just because my highlight is broken and maybe some of it got over onto the other side, but it's a really pretty combo. Oh, look at that. I'll show you a swatch of the contour as well. Just clean my fingers. Here's the contour. And then here is the highlight. Very pretty. I'm a fan of Wet n Wild personally. I really like their stuff, and I like the fact that they are cruelty-free. They don't test on animals. So personally, I'm all for their brand. I think I'm going to go ahead and spray my face a little bit. I have the Honey, or Be Mine Honey face mist from Wet n Wild. I just want to get some of these powders down. That is a mist, and it smells like honey. I'm not a fan of these scents. I don't like scented products, personally. It's just not my cup of tea. I mean, it smells good, but it just smells so fake. It smells like kids' makeup. That's what it reminds me of. But it did feel good. I like their setting spray. Or their sprayer. I think it's a great sprayer. I think that helped a little bit. I look a little bit more normal. Who's to say what that means? Let's go ahead and do my brows. See if that brings me some normalcy. So I have the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Retractable Brow Pencil. And then I have the Brow Cessive Shaping Gel in Brunette Brown. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. This is not my favorite type of pencil. I don't like that triangular tip, but let's see. I'm trying just to use the side because I like that blunt corner or blunt edge. But one of the things I really cannot stand now is that there's no brush at the other end. And I really like to have a brush. The color is great though. It matches my brows pretty well. It's just chunky. Let's see if we can use the brow gel to define the brow hair. I hope this doesn't mess it up. I mean, the brow gel's alright, and that worked just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and go do the other brow off camera because it just takes a while. And I kind of don't like how harsh it is right here in the front, by the way. I don't know. The brow pencil itself, like the color and the product work well, but the style of the tip is just, I'm not a fan of these tips. Alright, now that I have my brows done, I'm not a fan of the pencil at all. It's very waxy and I don't like it. It's not for me. So this eye is watering. We're going to have to just look past that right now and I will fix it later. So what I did on the bottom lash line is I'm going to use this first as my inner corner highlight. So I'm going to go ahead and get that out of the way. And yes, it did finally break. I love that pop. So, inner corner, check. That was really corny. My bad. So then I went into this mauve shade and I'm just going to put that along the bottom lash line. And just kind of blend that out. And make sure to connect to the top. Along with spring comes, you know, the itchy, watery eyes, and that's what I have going on right now. So I'm going to also pick up this darker purple, and I'm just going to line as close as I can to my lashes to have that nice, basically, liner look. Again, connecting to the top. And I'm going to stop about halfway. Just kind of blend that out a little bit. I didn't pick anything else up, and this is the first brush I used. Then I'm going to go in with a little bit of this lighter pink, and I'm going to put that in the inner, like, not inner, but maybe the center. And again, just blend that out with the first brush. And then I'm just going to finish that off with mascara. And I'm going to use the Mega Length, sorry, by Wet n Wild. Alright, I know I said that I would probably use this as my bottom lashes mascara, but I don't like this mascara at all. I don't think it's a very good mascara. So that's going to go in with my not so good pile. We'll just put those two products away. And maybe it's just for me. Maybe it'll work for you, but I personally am not enjoying those products. I do have to say though, I really enjoyed this eyeshadow palette. And I am looking forward to using this again and also in the fall. I think it would be great for that time. So the last thing I'm going to do are my lips. And I know we're going for more of a pinky purpley, and I don't know. But I also have, this was a set, I believe. It's the Honeybee Mine lip liner and gloss. And I'm wondering if I can kind of combine everything to get like a purpley pink. So let's give that a shot. Alright, so I really like the lip liner. That went on very smoothly, didn't pull up my lips. Really enjoying that. Now let's go into the Cloud Pout. Okay, can we talk about this color combination real quick? Because I'm loving this. I was terrified of this color. I mean, look at how pink this is. Look at that. That is pink. That is Barbie hot pink. But when you mix it with this liner, which is like more of a nude, yes. And I didn't put it on, as you saw, like an actual lipstick. I just kind of dabbed it on and mixed it together. I really like that. And then I put the Honey Bee lip gloss on top. I don't think I like this. And again, it goes back to the smell. It doesn't smell like honey. It smells like that fake chocolate. I don't like it at all. It's not sticky, but the smell alone is turning me off. So I don't like it. Overall, I think it works, but the eyes, I think this would look better with just completely different makeup. Let's be completely honest. I think that if the eyes were more of a brighter pink, it would look better with this lip and cheek combo, but I don't know. Tell me what you think down below. Would you wear this together? I would say that we had a pretty good testing day or product day. So let's do a quick recap. The items I did not like were these three items. Actually, these three items. So the Honeybee lip gloss, the mascara, and the brow pencil. They're just too waxy. The mascara wasn't very mascara-y. It just didn't have that much of a punch to it. It was very lackluster. And then the lip gloss, the smell of it is just, I can't stand it. The Brow Cessive gel, I mean, it's holding up really well. I definitely enjoy it. I'm interested to see how it wears. The Wet n Wild palettes that I have, the blush and highlight, the contour and highlight, and the eyeshadow, I really enjoy these, and I will be playing with them some more. The Honey Face Setting Spray, I like the spray itself, like the mister and the way that it sets my makeup. but I don't like the smell. So, I don't know, that's like in the iffy category. And along with the foundation and concealer, I can't really give a full review on that because this shade does not match me at all. I did my best to make it work, but they just did not work. However, I do think that the way that it's laying down and how it's set, they look great. So I definitely am willing to try these again, but in more of my shade. And I have that now on my list of things to do. The Wet n Wild primers, I really like these so far. It seemed to help my skin. I think my skin looks way more hydrated, which is what this was supposed to be doing. And then as far as the silicone does it all, I mean, I still see my pores, but it really helped my makeup to stay, so I guess it's nice. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's the best primer in the world. I think I still prefer my e.l.f. putty primers, but it's really up to you and what you think primers actually do. I do have to say, though, I would definitely try, again, the hydrating primer, especially if you have drier skin. I think that helped a lot because I put on a lot of powders and I don't feel powdery and I don't think it looks cakey, so I think it helped dramatically. So all the items I used today will be listed down below. Thank you for joining and watching. I hope you have a lovely week wherever you are, and I will see you next time. Bye.